Today we're going to go over Andy's interview with, I think it was J is for J. Pretty sure. Not 100, but fairly confident. First he says, Allie's mad at Candus over some stuff with H. He doesn't elaborate right then and there. He just leads it out with that. Says he wants to nail Candus over everything that's went on with Hunter, and he don't want to do it the legal way. It seems like throughout this, his issues with Candus, it's strange. I don't know. It's peculiar, the vibe with him. Says if he went down to Hawkins County, he'd be in prison. Locked up. Wouldn't be able to handle himself. Just flip out and do something crazy, I guess. He said he's found a lot of inappropriate comments between H and Candus through Facebook. And next he drops kind of a bombshell on us. He says that he felt Allie and Candus were a little too close at one time. He even went as far to insinuate he thinks there was a relationship between the two. That's what he said. I've never heard that. Is it shocking news? No, not really. But it's kind of wild. Brandy?
What?
What do you think about Andy saying that Allie and Candus may have been too close?
Might have been true. Maybe. That's why Allie might be mad at Candus. Sad.
Maybe that's what the grudge is all about.
Yeah, I just thought
This whole time we're thinking it's over Jose. And she's really has this big, because you can tell she's got a butthurt issue with Candus.
Yeah.
I never thought about it that maybe it's because they split up.
Yep.
According to Andy, man, now this is coming from Andy. I'm just reporting on what Andy said. But that could make sense. He says Jose and him talked it out. Jose apologized for being with Allie. Even though he wasn't with Allie anymore, so I'm kind of confused why Jose had to apologize to him. But said it's all been worked out, everything's cool. Because Andy is married to somebody new now. One might even say a younger version of Allie. They resemble. Brandy?
Yeah, I agree. I see her. They do.
Does Andy's new woman and Allie resemble?
Yeah.
Don't she look like she could be Allie's stunt double?
Yeah, just a little bit younger.
They resemble. Yeah, she's younger, definitely.
Yeah.
Andy says he's only 34. Which, given his height, I could believe that. Because I'm thinking he's going to get taller. He mentions that Hunter and Jose grew close from the time while Jose was dating Allie. Now, he made this out like, I always thought this was just a weekend fling. He acted like Jose and Allie had dated for months. I never realized that. Said, him and H, that Jose and H got close throughout that period of time. Then he feels the need to say, well, not creepy. Why do they do that? That's another one in this story that does that. Specify something that you didn't really need to specify. H did that. I see where they get it now. You know it?
Yeah.
Not creepy. Well, nobody thought that until you said it.
Yep.
He says one of the reasons that H started flipping out was because of the Jose split up. How Jose had flip-flopped between friends. His best friend, Andy. His old lady, Allie, He was bouncing back between Allie and Andy, and that upset Hunter. He said H was straight up lying to McDonough. Says everything he told him was a lie. He had told him if he's questioning he didn't want to talk about it, to lie. What kind of fatherly advice is that?
Not good.
Or if you don't want to talk about it, don't just say, I don't want to talk about it. Just lie. Tell them whatever.
What's the purpose of that? When you're trying to find a little girl, you know what I mean?
Why give the interview? Why not just say, I don't want to do the interview?
Yeah.
That's typical thinking for the characters that we've come across so far in this story, though.
Right.
It fits the mold. Don't get me wrong. He said he felt like Hunter was, by giving the interview, was doing as he was told, just giving nonchalant answers and BS. That's what he said. Then he says he thinks everybody needs to be easy on Hunter. Hunter needs time to grieve. What's he grieving? Nobody said Summer ain't coming back. Why does he feel like he needs time to grieve? I don't know. I'm sure some people say, well, maybe he meant, the loss of her not being around. Well, maybe, but I wouldn't call it grieve, adjust, something to that effect. Grieve, I don't like his wording. Then he goes on to talk about Hunter's girlfriend, and he made this all weird, I thought. He says, Hunter's girl is great. He's had girls that don't stick around when stuff goes bad, and like when he's in jail and stuff like that, girls have just left him. So, well, what's that got to do with Hunter and his girlfriend? Don't make it about you, Andy. Keep your ass out of jail, you'd keep your girlfriend. You think if I went to jail, Brandy'd be like, oh, I'll be here for 10 years, just wait until the day you release.
Probably not.
No. And I wouldn't expect her to. And I tell you what, if Brandy went to jail for a shitload of time over doing something ignorant, I'd still be here for her. I'm good.
Now you make me sound bad.
He says stuff that H has done lately, the acting out and stuff, it's just typical of the behavior you'd get after being through something like that. Well, the stuff I've heard he's done ain't too typical. Now, I don't know if it's true. That's why I'm not going to bring it out. But I'm just saying I've heard different. You've heard different too, right, Brandy?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Didn't seem too typical. He talks about the yawning thing in the McDonough thing. They asked him about that. And he's like, oh, Hunter's just like his dad, man. He's got ADHD and all he wants to do is game, so he don't get much sleep. That's why he was yawning. Wow. So we know where he got it from. Dad. Sitting around gaming all day. Boo-boo, boo-boo-boo. Boo-boo-boo. Roger, Falk 6 or 9 cover my flank. Boo-boo, boo-boo-boo. Crazy. That's not how you set an example. He said, Hunter's a good kid. He only smokes pot and cigarettes. He can't tell him not to smoke cigarettes because he smokes himself. Bullshit. I smoke. Occasionally I'm trying to quit. But you think that means if I catch my boy smoking, I'm going to be like, I smoke, so go ahead. Yeah, it's not right, but still, that's the way you do it. It's the way you go about it. Right?
Right.
I mean, it's just crazy. Yeah.
You want better.
I've done exactly. You want better for your kids. I've done a lot of dumb shit. And I'm not going to let my kids do that. It's called learning lessons and passing them along. Right?
Yep.
Don't make them repeat your mistakes.
Yep.
He says, when H is at his house, he's an angel. Nothing like when he's at his mom's.
Sometimes he lets them do whatever you want.
Well, I guess he don't have to argue about smoking and, he didn't act like he had much problem with him smoking the green either. So, I'm sure he is. He's probably just chilling out with the munchies, gaming with Dad. I'm sure he is an angel. He says Allison was coaching H through the McDonough interview. I've seen a lot of people say that. I've seen the gestures and stuff she makes. So, maybe she was, but he wanted to make sure we all knew.
Right.
He seems kind of petty. He acts like they're these great friends, but then I think he acts real negative about her. You know, he says they talk every day. That ain't the relationship I got from Allie's version,
No.
was it?
No.
He says he has eyes everywhere down there. He knows everything that's going on. Really? Do you? Then he says, get this, Brandy. I don't think you've seen this part. He says Hunter started to try to tell him exactly what went down that day. And he told him, no! Don't tell me. You're not ready to talk about it yet.
I'd be like, tell me, I want to know where Summer is.
No, that's not my point. My point as a dad. That boy is trying to get something off his chest, and he was going to tell it to you, and you told him not to.
Stuff those feelings back then. That would mess somebody up, you know?
Can you believe that?
I think it's another child that's been let down by the parents.
It's amazing. Hey, Dad, I want to tell you what happened. No! Stop! Stop right there. You hold that shit in and you let it boil. You know?
Right.
Crazy. He says H was a little upset about Jose dumping Allison. Didn't go over great with H because, you know, him and Jose was bonding. He says leaning on the milk jugs. Oh, he can explain that. That's normal. He's raised kids. When kids are in the car, they'll lean up on anything they can to stay off the car door. That's what he said. Do you have any idea about that? I don't. Because that made
No sense.
Sense to me. He goes on to tell us. Now, I knew since he said he was 34, he had to be pretty young. He was a dad at 17 and a half, is what it is, you know. It don't seem like his parenting has improved any since. I think at 17 and a half, my son was like, Dad, I need to tell you something. I'd be like, okay, let's hear it. You know?
Yeah.
Even then, he's had 17 years and he just now made this mistake. Right?
Yep.
Get you a handbook, dude. They make books. Me and Brandy was going to get one. Well, we do have one. Well, we don't have it anymore, but we bought one when we was going to have Bradley.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There are books, you know, because there's some shit you just need to know, you know. Try a book, you know. I got down here, he talks big, because he does this quite a few times. I ain't going to, you know, go through all he said, but he just acts like such the tough guy, and, you know, how he's on top of everything that's going on now and all this. I don't see that. I've watched some of his channel, too, because I like, you know, getting a good feel for people before I talk about them. And he's a big talker, let's just say that. And, you know, he could be a lover of the dark arts. I'm not saying he isn't. You know, but I don't feel me telling y'all that's a bad thing, because he gladly displays it throughout his stuff. I mean, he has a YouTube channel. 1.4 thousand followers for Andy H. Brady, you going to sub?
No.
You going to sub to Andy's channel?
No.
I told you he had 1.4, didn't I?
Yeah.
Ain't that amazing?
Yeah.
Because everybody has their niche.
Yep.
He says he hasn't went forward with charges over Candace having an inappropriate relationship with H because Summer hasn't been found yet, and he didn't think they'd do anything about it. I don't know. You know, I don't know what kind of proof he has or what he's talking about really, but that made no sense just thinking, you know. If I thought something had happened with one of my children, well, of course then, once again, if a 30-some-year-old woman come to my house and ask my son to go swimming with her, I'd be like, nah. He said he thinks that it hurt H, that Summer being gone hurt H more than it would have hurt him if Allie or him had just kicked the bucket.
What? Crazy.
Yeah, I guess he thinks H don't care for him and Allie too much. You know?
Right.
I'd hate to feel like
your son, yeah.
My son would feel that way. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I got a feeling most of this was just out of thin air.
No.
You know, I don't get, I don't know. I know like at one point, and something I watched, he says some really off stuff. Like he was talking about, the years that he wasn't in H's life, apparently for a pretty decent span. And he said, he explained it as, drunk and being naked or something. I can't remember. It was really weird. I'm not going to do any more on Andy. This will probably be the only time you hear from him on John Davis True Crime, because I don't know. I don't find him super. I don't know. What's your take on him? You've seen some of him.
He's okay. Like, there's nothing really. Did he lead you to anything, any clues or anything that you didn't know before?
No, because everything you hear from him, you can tell is through his BS filter.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. The only thing that might help is the Allie and Candus thing. You never know about that. Kind of makes sense. I'm not saying that's true, but, you know, if you think about it.
Yeah, maybe that's what, if I gained anything from this is there a possibility there was that deeper relationship between Candace and Allie? And if so, that makes me really think Allie could be a better looking suspect. Because it's different being buddies and lovers.
Usually as a friend you fight, you know, and get along, then you know, forget and be friends again. But when somebody really hurts your feelings.
Yeah, when your heart's in it and somebody screws you over, you might take it to another level, man. That's John Davis True Crime. Andy. We're out. Pray me.
Bye.
Who thinks they know who the guy on the screen was? Anybody know? Anybody recognize that fellow? Any of you? Any guesses? Think it's me, Pam? I think he looks exactly a lot like me. I showed that picture to my little girl and she thought it was me. That is a lady's son who passed away, and she said that I reminded her of her son. She watches the show. Her name's Kara. And when I seen that picture, I was like, that is the closest I've ever seen of resembling somebody. I think he looks just like me. I think she said he was in his 20s there. And if it was, it's really, really close. I don't know if she's here today. I haven't seen her yet. How y'all doing this morning? Everybody good? Everybody doing all right? Pam, you want to come on and fill us in on what's been going on over the weekend? Who's up to date and wants to come up? Copy.
Here.
Thank you. What's wrong?
Oh.
I'm going to throw the link out there and see if somebody wants to come on and talk.
Okay. What you doing, girl?
There's the link. If I know you and you want to come up and talk, hit it. Any takers this morning? Come on now. I know somebody's game. There we go. Fill us in, Pam.
Hang on, am I with you?
Yeah. You're good.
Oh, well, good morning, everybody. Okay, so I did some digging around. I didn't come up with a bunch because at first I was like, oh, there's nothing going on. But there was a few things interesting, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have already watched it. There was a little bit on BK, a little bit on Ernie, but those people aren't going to help find Summer, so I don't like to really focus on them that much. However, stay informed. But
Right.
anywho, so the lady that was on the farm, that chick, she,
Yeah.
oh, hey, I combed my hair today, so I thought, all right, I'll finally show my face. But I usually don't get out of bed till 10 o'clock. I know it's awful, but it's true. But anyhow, I went to her channel to see what she was saying about all that sensationalism about Rose being alive, you know?
Right.
So she was having a guest, Ziggy Valero, which is befriended Grandis 3 months before, when Grandis was in Wisconsin after Summer was missing. So she wasn't a friend for life. I don't see a lot of friends for life in their world, do you?
That is so weird that you brought her up. That because me and Randy did some homework too. Go ahead.
Okay, so normally, like especially after that fiasco of what do you
The
call it?
Rose debacle.
A show, whatever.
Right.
I wouldn't have given that much credibility. I mean, you know what I mean? I probably would have just skipped over it, not even watched it. But something happened. I was sitting there and it caught my attention to continue to watch. And she got a super chat for $9.99 from another channel that's a very opinionated channel. I don't want to try to, first of all, I can't even remember all the channels on the tip of my tongue because I'm old. But oh crap, John! Every once in a while you have to remind me where I was because I think I got the beginning of Alzheimer's.
You were after somebody got a super chat.
Yeah, and it was another chick that had really come out hard on her, like simultaneously while she was doing the live.
Ziggy.
She's credible. Everybody loves her. I do too. Everybody had, but anyways, it's not a place that I interact much. I just watch and just. But anyways, she apologized. They were apologizing to each other. So several times the lady says, well, I've got 500 or 600 people in here. Let me go ahead and apologize again for, my mistake. And then she immediately backed it up with, it was her mod's information. So she was just kind of apologizing and simultaneously shifting the blame,
Right.
So it caught my attention. And so Ziggy Valero sounds like an older country type of grandma type lady, seems very sincere. But she's obviously befriended this lady. They've been talking on the phone a lot. So she said the FBI came to her house. So, and very early on, the lady said she came on the channel and wanted to tell them that because nobody believed her. And she had proof, she had the paperwork from the FBI. So I finally said something in the chat because I know her chats can go 6-7 hours, and I was not spending 6-7 hours there. So I said, well, it's 2:42 now. What time are you going to show the proof?
Right.
I was ignored. But, and I said it several times because I really did want to know. I had other things I had to do. So the lady said, yeah, I want to show it. So I finally went back later and scanned through it. I sent it to you and the timestamp of when she said it. And she does show a paper with the heading of the FBI on it. And the only thing I could make out on it was the comments was that they had came there for handwritten notes. So evidently she took notes while she was talking to Grandis. She talked to her several times, but there was two that stuck out to her. And she told the story. She said she left out a few pieces. Anyways, I kind of find the lady credible. I mean, because of now I don't like where it came from, but she's befriended her. And I just kind of, and the story she tells, which I'm going to tell you if you're interested, because I didn't know if you wanted to go down this road or not.
Well, I mean, we can go there. I think she's full of shit.
Yeah.
Well, I figured you was going to say that. And every time you say she's full of shit, and I kind of like, I'm hoping it leads to something, you're always right. And I'm like, damn it. Because you do it instantaneously. And I'm one of them people that every time I watch like the cop show, I swear, John, I always think that people that are saying they're innocent are innocent. And then they got them in the handcuffs by the car and the drugs fall out of their britches. I was like, oh my God, I was wrong again. I think my instincts are off because I really want to trust people.
You're like me. I try to get
I do. I noticed that about us, Brandy, because I'm open to anything, But it was interesting. But her version was like
a little bit different.
Grandis said to Ziggy Valero. Now, Ziggy Valero is her friend, not Ziggy the creator. However, she's a little bit involved because I guess this lady months ago went on the creator's channel and tried to tell this story. And she wanted an electric blanket. This is an old woman, had a cold winter, and wanted an electric blanket. This is my take on it. I'm sure you'll call bullshit, but am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, she said that Grandis, when they went to pick up Grandis from the hospital, Summer at that point wasn't feeling good. Grandis, and I wrote this down. Oh, let me back that up prior to. She had said that 4 months ago, TBI had visited her 4 times. And that the last time they visited her, this is secondhand, that by the time it got to me, probably fifth-hand information.
Right.
So she said that TBI had visited her 4 times, and the last time they were rude to her. They made a comment. Did I write the comment down? That they said, we don't need somebody from the outside the state ain't going to solve this case. We're going to solve this case. And that they just kind of didn't find her credible, evidently. But then she said on the 21st, that's when that document was dated. I was able to see that. That they came, and evidently she called this lady. It's like, oh my God, the FBI's here. So like this lady's kind of in on it. But anyways, the FBI said she said this. I found it fascinating that if they really did come to see her, I tried to grasp onto what the FBI had said to her. They said there was over 2,000 tips, and they said the main reason they came there was because they thought her complaint was logical. And
what was her complaint?
Not her complaint, her information she had to share with them, the notes she had taken while talking to Grandis on the phone. Oh, another little juicy bit was one other time she talked Grandis, it was under the influence of Jesus juice, which is known to be some sort of moonshine mixed with grape Kool-Aid. I found that interesting. But anyways, you know, because listen, I'm not saying all this is true. I'm saying we're day in and day out talking about this. We're trickling all the way down to the Andrews, who are not going to help us find Summer.
Right.
I mean, that does tell the story of the life that she lived. So in that way, it's pertinent. But we're all just thirsty for information and want to know what the hell happened, you know, to Summer. But
we went
anyway, so Grandis did not go to the swimming hole. And what she says different about it is that throughout the day, as the day progressed, Summer kept feeling worse and worse, wasn't doing well, which to me, I can find that a little bit credible because she didn't look well in the backseat of that car.
Yeah.
Whatever that was, you know, so that kind of, you know, is logical. Well,
but you got to realize now, this lady has seen everything you've seen when she says this. That was already out too.
Yeah. Oh, did you know that Grandis was at she goes every year to a missing persons conference, and it was this weekend.
Really?
And she usually sets up a table for Rose, but this year she was going to set up 2 tables. And I was thinking, I wonder if she's like kind of a rock star at a place like that, like where people are just, or I mean, I imagine she's getting attention.
Yeah.
Because we're like just on voyeurism alone.
Yeah.
You know, just want to get a look at her. I mean, we talk about her every single day.
Right.
You know, so, but anywho, and I do think that that's where this whole case got veered off a little bit, is that even, you know, the attention of it.
Yeah.
That's where it gets sidetracked, right?
Right.
And even these people. Anyways, okay. So anyways, let me think if there's anything else different. Oh, okay. Yeah. She's confirming the story that we've all heard, where Hunter and Hunter and Candy took Grandis back to go lay down, and then they left and took Hunter home. She said that. So that was different.
Right.
And then the other thing that was different was Candace decided to call Dawn and see if she wanted to take Summer to the hospital, because she couldn't make them kind of decisions without him, evidently. And that's what happened. And then Grandis woke up to everybody saying, "Where's Summer? Where's Summer?" And that the last time she had seen Summer was when and now listen, if that's true, if Candy and Hunter were driving back with Summer in the back, that still could have been Hunter in that milk jug thing video. It could have been. It don't sound like him. I get it. But it does fit that storyline if you take it that way.
It's so weird that you brought up Ziggy Valero, though, because me and Brandy was looking, we were investigating that yesterday.
Yeah.
We went through that for a couple hours.
Yeah.
My issues with her is Ziggy's a dog, right?
Yeah.
Ziggy,
called her dog while she was in the video. I heard her say Ziggy, Ziggy.
I wonder, yeah.
So I don't know what that means, you know.
Her name's not Ziggy.
No, her name is
we were trying to figure it out.
Kind of like on Pineapple Pam, you know, she just made up a name.
Yeah.
I don't think she's tech savvy at all. She'd have to borrow someone's phone. Oh, so I was texting all these questions, right? And I walked away and I come back and I forgot that I had stopped it. So I picked it up where I left off and I was watching it, and I was commenting on, my comments were probably old because you know what I mean? I didn't realize it.
Right.
So she did respond to me because I finally got frustrated. The lady kept saying, oh, that's what the lady said. She said she went on Ziggy's channel, the creator, and she had mentioned she wanted an electric blanket, and the whole chat, including Ziggy, kind of made fun of her and mocked her
she did.
for that. and meanwhile taking cash apps. I mean,
Right.
but anyway, so I finally said, just buy her a damn blanket already, because all I heard was an old lady was cold in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'll buy Candace a blanket in the winter.
He told.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. But so she texted me back and said, I didn't want her money. Now this is on. I think the Daisy lady is the one that responded to me, acting as if it was that lady, because she said she kind of like was kind of not telling me off, but she wasn't happy that I had put up there that she wanted, get her the blanket already. And so I texted her back. I said, ma'am, I just would think anybody deserves to be warm at night. That was my point. And that was the end of that. I tried to ask her questions, like pertinent questions, because I was like, okay, so think about it. If all that happened, well, they're leaving out the part where Grandis, she said that Grandis didn't go searching because of her knee. She just stood in front of her camper the whole time they were all looking for her. Okay, so now here comes the police 3-4 hours later, right?
Mm-hmm.
How come none of that was said at that point? How come that wasn't the story that was told?
I don't buy none of her story. The more I looked into her, the shadier it seemed.
Well, John,
she originally came up on Critical K's channel. That's where she first introduced.
Yes, she talked about her a lot, and I was like, "Who's K?" I didn't even know Critical K.
Yeah.
Well, you won't know her now because she got her YouTube channel taken for something.
Kay did. I never watched her either.
I'm pretty confident it had something to do with the fact she I don't. Anyway, she's not truthful. Let's say that. And
well, let me tell you this: that her thing lasted almost 7 hours. Good Lord of mercy! But I did watch it way too long.
Yeah.
On your behalf, so
I
think you flush it right down the toilet. But it was interesting. And
no, we like your new
No, I mean, I'm not saying
we don't know what happened to Summer. I respect that John can see bullshit way before I see it. So I wanted to know his opinion, because I'll spend 3 more days thinking, going down that road, because it all made sense to me.
Well, think about this for 1 second, okay? Now, I watched quite a few of her phone interviews. She knows every detail you could possibly know. Grandis told her.
Yeah.
Well, we saw that happen with Jose. His first interview was the most honest one, and then I think, and then the more he talked, the more he gained knowledge, and his verbiage changed. How he referred to people, so yeah, the YouTube is definitely okay. Here's what I liked, what I got from it. If that piece of paper is real, at least the FBI is involved and they're actively searching something still. That gave me hope.
Yeah.
That if that paper is real, it kind of look like a basic little form like an elementary school would send home, but it does, I'm sure they don't have, it was just a very little fill in the blanks proof that they were there. She also acts like she's still withholding some of the things that they said to her. So anyways, we gathered to that TBI visited her 4 times and FBI's been there once.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And then another lady's channel. Now I didn't write that. I wrote down a few things, but another lady's channel got on and said that she went to, now I like that lady. I gotta remember her name. It'll take me a minute, but she went to the Sonic and she was able to sift through enough employees till she found the one that said, yeah, this Summer was in the car and was interactive and feeling well. And if they got the slushy after the pond swimming ordeal, then that's not true. She was feeling fine. So I can't remember which one happened first. Did they go to the pond and then go?
Yeah, it was I think the Sonic was after the swim.
Yeah, I think so in the timeline. They're saying.
Yeah. Elizabeth Mason just said that Ziggy Valito lady is full of crap, meant to deceive people as well to become a famous old woman YouTuber. And yeah, you know what? Because think about it. Jody Sue, her, even Candace. I bumped into one of her very first time she was on, and she's like trying to do a live like you're doing, and she was like, "Hi everybody, how y'all doing tonight?" And then a full minute goes by, and she just says, "Yeah, how y'all doing?" And I mean, she had no clue how to even have a conversation. So, right. But she was giving it. But if they have a chance at making some money, mean, these are people that, get donations through the church, and whether they need them or not. I believe Don
Yeah.
made enough money to support his family and run a household, maybe on a budget,
Absolutely.
but run a household. I run it on less. I can
Absolutely.
promise you that. So there's that.
Yeah.
So then there was a little bit. This one was interesting. Do you want me? You want me to shut up for a minute?
No, go ahead.
Well, I tend to ramble on. You might have to stop me. My daughter does.
Okay.
Okay, so and I know you're doing a show. This is just my opinions, and if anybody else wants to talk, I'm happy to hop off. Okay, so there's BK and the Enchanted Life panel are going at it. But what I took from that, whether it's true or not, he kind of goes down rabbit holes real hard, that Enchanted Life guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's still interesting. I wish I could understand him, but because I'm just an old redneck too, right?
Right.
So I'm trying to understand him, and I'm getting better at it because his dialect. So one day he did an impression of a redneck, and he was talking. He read the report like it was somebody that lived in Hawkins County or something. I understood every word he said.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I wish you would talk like that all the time. And I was not, they were not happy with me in the chat because they thought I was making fun. I honestly understood what he was saying for the first time. But anyways, so he accused BK, he has a video, he showed it, of BK saying he had to move some money around with his mom's help, bouncing from account to account. And he said reportedly $120,000 has been made since BK's been talking about the exploitation of summer wells.
I just wondered what that was about. I know
imagine, I don't know. I wish one of these forensic type channels would go, and no offense to you guys, but I wish it should be public knowledge what they're making.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to pay at the end of the year. I can tell you that.
120,000.
That's crazy.
That's
my daughter sends me money on not
PayPal.
It's not PayPal. It's one of them. I can't remember the other one. But anyways, and I got this thing, and it was telling me they track it, and they turn it into the IRS just like when you're working a job. So it might take a little while, but somebody's going to go down for not paying their taxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then the other thing, there's this guy. Have you ever heard of White Boy?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, I just bumped into him yesterday. And anyways, he's after Benny hard. They got like a online thing going. And I dug around into it. Anyways, but he's got this thing called Operation Coward videos. Operation Coward. And he's going after Benny's. He's going after Benny hard. So I got more on that. I just don't want to talk too much, but you can go look at it. He was at the bottom. He's not really into crime sleuthing. He got involved with the case down here where I live. Oh, by the way, I am in Ocala. See, Ocala within a little town within. Like when you were living here, if you drove out east on 40 to go head towards the beach or the lakes or the springs, that's when you drive through that area. That's where I live. So I'm just not in town. I'm in the rural area.
Right.
But you're in Ocala.
Yeah, it takes me 15 minutes to get to downtown Ocala. But we only have one stoplight here. Put it that way. Well, two. Yeah, there's two. I think it's probably about the size of that kind of place, from what I see. But anyways, okay. So I'm gonna leave the Tim Mullins thing up to you guys because Harsh is on that, and that gets confusing to me. That whole shoe thing. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah, it's creepy as shit.
It's kind of like too far down the rabbit hole for me because one, I don't think it's going to help find Summer. I just think it points more fingers at the level of exploitation that's actually happening.
Thank you. Yeah.
And that's creepy to me. And I think, you know how you got algorithms, right?
Yeah.
Have you noticed a trend over the weekend how a lot of the video people, including us, I guess, I say us because this is like my favorite channel, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they're starting to, the focus of is starting to be the exploitation. We've run out of topics until something new comes out. And I think everybody is tiring of it.
I got a video coming out after the live where I went back to something else that stuck out to me because it's just, I am so freaking sick of talking about Ernie and Benny and all them.
Oh, Ernie, yeah, I've got stuff on him too. But they're just the original exploiters. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
They're just the original. Ernie's been doing this crap on different topics way back when. And that's the one. Now that one's interesting and new. There's a cinematographer called Stout. I wrote it down. Daniel Stout. Wait. Bud. Now I want you to look into this one because I want your bullshit meter to go off. I don't think he's bullshit, but you know me. His name's, I wrote it down here somewhere, dang it. His name is Daniel. And Dalton Stout. Dalton Stout is his name.
Okay.
And early on, actually, he said he was in that town where they all went to the neighboring town, Gatlinburg, Gatlinburg, the day that Summer went missing. Or no, the day that they were in Gatlinburg. He was there too with Ernie. And he got involved because he thought he was like helping, going to make a show. He got involved. Ernie got him involved. And he thought it was like legit looking for kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Or whatever he was doing. And the more he worked with them, the more he realized what was happening. And then they eventually had a falling out. But now, so he's got videos. They're hard to find. They're really hard to find.
Yeah.
But your algorithm. But anyways,
what did he say was happening?
Oh, he had stories where when they were in there, Ernie would go up and ask people to ask him for autographs so that they could film it. They're just staging all this bullshit. And there was a bunch of that. He harassed him and his family. And this guy's not playing around. And because this guy goes, now I make money. I don't work for free anymore. But back then I was trying to get something started and he seemed like an interesting character. But then all this exploitation became very obvious to him and he pulled out. Oh, he said one time they were there with like $10,000 worth of equipment at Tina and Xandier's house. And Tina made them all stand outside and wait while she washed her dogs. And he's like, I don't think she understood the level of production we were trying to do. And and so he's got interesting stories that we've not heard before. But here's the thing. He's making a movie about it. A 45-minute movie. Because that is what he does. He's a cinematographer.
Making the movie about what, though?
About his experience with Ernie. He's going to blow Ernie up.
Okay.
He's going to try to blow the whistle on Ernie. And then meanwhile, you got all kinds of people blowing the whistle on Ernie. But
he's still nice and popular.
Well, evidently, I'm still appalled at the character of the conversation that I heard between Allie. I don't know if you heard the same one I heard, but it was disgusting. And these are people that are responsible for children.
Right.
I was like, are you kidding me? And they gave that Hunter back. Hunter don't stand a chance of not being winding up in prison because who's he got positive? Who? To show him the way. He probably got a nice, I don't know. The whole thing's crazy. But I do think that
can you see the comment on the screen?
I had been looking. What am I looking at?
Read it to her.
Guess you heard Candus got thrown out of the concert. Did you hear about that?
I've been watching it. Okay, well, what happened was Dolly. No, wait. What's the other guy? Oh, Ryan Upchurch.
Yeah.
I watched him, Dolly in the hotel room when he got there, and he help me with the names, John, so I don't waste your time.
Dolly, Jimmy.
Wait, no, it was Dolly and Ryan. Okay, Ryan got in the chat of Dolly's when he was live, telling about how drunk he got the night before. He said, "Do you want me to kick her out or something?" But I haven't seen where she actually got kicked out. They just talked about it, and I think it's just kind of grown from there. But it's possible maybe somebody, if I see it, I'll believe it. I think they were just talking about it, But
was that new?
They were talking. Oh my God, look at that. Anywho, yeah, let me look and see if I have anything else. So I haven't been reading the chat.
So there's not any actual proof that happened.
No, but I did. The only proof is that Ryan's put in the chat that they would. And is she going to be there? I'm sure. And I have already seen someone backstage, because I dug around a little bit. I've seen enough footage that something would have been out by now that he said something. There was enough iPhones in that stadium to take a video of that,
right,
and put it out by now.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Molly Wiley wasn't in that, but she's been busy at the courthouse.
I got timed out on her the other day.
Jonathan,
she was talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and there was like 600 people in there. And I said, I can't believe there's 500 and some people listening to Mouthpiece Molly.
Oh, shit.
I
left to listen to this. I know. I left a comment. I watched a video of her debut. The reason I don't usually watch her, after I saw her meltdown in the airport, I found her so incredible. I used to like her, but I also was just beginning in the true crime community. I didn't know everything. But when I seen her out in Northport acting like that, I thought, nah. And then I didn't like that. And then I seen, but that was early on. Now I just see them all for what they are. They're creating their own drama. They're making way more money than we even realize on these things. That's the motivation. It started out with egos, but then now her ego is astronomical.
I was asking somebody if they knew what this was all about. Dolly Vision and General Awareness feuding.
I don't know who that is.
General Awareness is Ernie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Do you know
He's got several names?
Dolly Vision is feuding over some kind of document. He had it on Community. I don't know what I was looking at it. I don't know what.
Well, I got kicked out of. I like Dolly. He's he's younger than me. He's in a different world than me, but he's entertaining. I again don't watch for very long unless it grabs my attention.
His name's Jimmy. Would y'all quit calling him Dolly?
I'm not.
Yeah, his name's Jimmy. I just realized that yesterday, and I saw him without his sunglasses for the first time yesterday. And but anyways, I said I always called Molly. What was I calling her, Brandy?
Molly. Who?
Molly Go Loudly.
Well,
Molly Go Loudly.
It wasn't flattery. It wasn't rude, but it was. And I was surprised that for some people like that, Justice for All, he seems like credible to me. He presents himself in a professional manner. The things are too long for me. I don't want, but then when we associate with Molly and other creators like that, it just loses credibility to me.
Yeah.
And I realize that I am a small percentage of the true crime audience, and there's a nice percentage of them that do buy into all of this crap.
Oh yeah, there's people that get buy hook, line, and sinker. They don't question nothing.
Yeah.
And it's all, I swear to God, I'm to the point now where I believe Benny and Ernie are behind the scenes just telling each other what to do.
Okay. There's proof in that. Dalton said that. He said that there was some sort of fight. Now, I didn't never hear this. Maybe you did, or you know enough people that might already have. Ernie and some other guy, he was having beef. I hate that word, but anyways, with someone else earlier, several years ago, and they were going to have a fight, and they did have a fight, and they videoed it, and it kicked the skirting out from underneath the house. The skirt.
Yeah.
The one plunged them right through the skirting. The Dalton guy that said. He said that they even had negotiations on how the fight was going to go. Like they scripted it. So it's all scripted.
Yeah, a lot of it is.
Got further proof of that because Molly and that guy, anyways, earlier on when they were all at the driveway up there.
Yeah.
One of these guys, one of these rock and roll kind of guys like Jimmy and the white boy guy thought it was cool what they were doing, trying to help find Gabby, right? So he got involved, and Molly and Justice for and Ernie, not Ernie, they all lined up at Ben Hill together, right? You got Benny up there at the hill with Candus, and you got the people at the bottom of the hill. It was obviously coordinated. They didn't all just show up the same day accidentally. And then they have pictures. He has pictures. This is all going to be in his film. He said he's got pictures of them all drinking together, and that Molly couldn't go to that, and so Molly calls in and buys rounds of drinks for everybody over the phone on her credit card, and so he thought he was getting in with good people, and he quickly found out, like the other that but we're all figuring out.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Does anybody else want to talk? I hate because I talk too much.
Well, you can see if somebody else.
Yeah, let me throw the lore back out, and we'll talk to you next Monday, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Our Monday morning feed.
I watched a whole bunch more YouTube than I wanted to for you, so
thank you.
Thanks for taking one for the team.
Thank you, Pam.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye, guys.
Is that Pam? Your I guess that's her name. Pineapple Pam.
Pam.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's a lot, man. The whole drama circus.
Yeah.
I mean,
The Ziggy Valero, we were looking at the chat too. That what was it on Facebook? She gave Ziggy the password to go and look at her chat.
Look at her stuff. It was all weird. Everything me and Brandy looked at looked suspicious as hell. Number one, you start out her first introductions from Critical K, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then she's telling people she's homeless, but yet she's got dogs and pets and apparently a great Wi-Fi capability and all that.
Right.
And then, I mean, it all just looks so shady.
And her story is full of details. You know, when you're talking to your friend, you highlight the main points. You don't give them all that detail.
Oh, like, she has every detail.
Like time, place, like how they were feeling, what happened. It just does not sound right. The story at all.
She knows way too much. And I'm sorry, but I just do not see Grandis spilling her guts to somebody she's only known for a couple months at the point she started coming out.
Me too.
I don't see that. They are not still beating this shit by being big mouths and telling everybody everything and dangling clues out there. They're just not.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
And then, you know, it started out with Ziggy, the creator, talking to her, and there was mentions of money and stuff. And then this last thing about Rose, that's who they were donating to, was this woman, Ziggy V.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to donate to nobody unless I know it's true, you know. Who knows if she's homeless? Who knows? If she is, I'm sorry, but who knows what's going on?
Yeah, I mean,
we can't verify it. We don't know her name. We don't know nothing about her. Who knows? I'm not. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe they're doing donations and splitting it. You never know. You know what I mean?
Oh, they very well could be.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm scared of. They're in on it with somebody. Hey, come on my show, and I'll give you this information to say. You can add to it, and we'll share the money. Or something. You know.
I mean, you never know. I guess there's a chance she had a little bit of a relationship with Grandis, but I'm sorry, Grandis ain't spilling all these details to her. She's not going to do that.
Yeah.
Grandis seemed like the type that's going to tell you every step of everything.
She's like, not no chatty Cathy.
Yeah, she don't seem like a chatty Cathy to me, to where she's going to go for all that.
Hey, oh crap! Hey, girlfriend, let me tell you what's going on.
It's on the show.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Before you come in here, I spilled my coffee all over the table. I pulled a brandy. Oh, man. I don't know.
What do y'all got? What do you guys think about that?
What's y'all's take on Ziggy V? Are y'all buying it?
I'm bad. I like believing people, but I've gotten better. Like, I have to set back before I make my, you know, what I think one way or the other. John's pretty good. John looks at it. He thinks you're lying until you give him proof that they're not about. I swear. Well, you can tell too, but
I'm not here to help the homeless. I'm here because there's a missing child and a bunch of hillbillies have outsmarted the TBI.
Yeah.
Yes, that's an excellent point. You know,
it seems like they keep on throwing these people that's never been part of the case. You know, here lately, her and then Jose and all these characters.
If people really wanted to help the case, instead of donating all this money to people, they donate it to a private eye.
Yeah.
To work Summer's case.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not saying it's wrong to do cash or
you can do what
super
you
chat
want to do.
stickers, because a lot of creators do work a lot, and investigate and get details. It's a lot of time, but donating to somebody you don't know, I couldn't do that.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I think I can tell if somebody's in it for the money or in it, for the truth. That is my opinion. You kind of can tell.
I really wish we could have Philip Klein in the mix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought. Don't give to me, give to her. Makes that other lady look great, doubles the money. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you look so selfless, like, hey, and I don't know, man. It's just all so shady. All that about her was a lie, and they raised all that on it. Good morning from Utah. Wow. Like, where is Summer? Prayers for Summer. Well, that's the $1 million question.
Alyssa said she's glad she finally caught us in a live, so say hi to her. Say hi, Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa.
I'm hoping that's how you say your name. I think it is.
Yeah, that's Alyssa.
Anybody got any questions or anything to add? Or if you want to come up, you can. We'll share the link.
Anybody? Yeah. How about some questions?
Yeah.
Law enforcement hospital, nobody's believable. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's why I've been trying to go back and base my thoughts on just what we've heard from law enforcement, period,
Mm-hmm.
and try to get an idea of what they're thinking. Because we don't know anything is true. Nothing.
Yeah. Did you thank the people on the board? Have you done that yet? Members?
Yeah, I put them on the board.
Okay. Thanks for all the new members. We got your name up there on the board. We got 3.
Yeah. Thanks, 12-Step Woman, Patricia K. Houck, and Tracy Armstrong.
Very sweet. Thank you. We appreciate y'all.
Don B. is getting seriously harassed by a guy claiming he's involved in Summer's disappearance.
John watched the video yesterday. He said, something weird. I don't know what's going on. He acts like...
Somebody else left me a comment saying Don B. was being attacked by all these YouTubers and, wanted to know if we would help him out. And I was like, well, I don't really know what I could do. He's got 3 times the subscribers I do.
Right.
But I thought, well, let's see what's going on. So I watched a video of Don B. yesterday, and he did something I had a little bit of an issue with. He told everybody that if they thought he had something to do with it, they need to call law enforcement, TBI, Hawkins County. Then he said if they think Robin had anything to do with it, they need to call law enforcement, TBI, Hawkins County. And I was like, Don, no, you're going to have everybody on YouTube that watches this doing that.
Calling, yeah.
Law enforcement, the resources for Summer are already seem to be dwindling. We don't need cops investigating Don B. because people on a video want to report that,
Yeah. You just can't let it get to you, It's probably just somebody, probably a creator messing with them. Don't like him.
Yeah, it's a creator messing with him, and he's letting it get to him. Yeah. You can tell he looks stressed out as hell.
I feel bad, but
the worst thing you can do is acknowledge it and make videos about it, because then they know they're under your skin.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep doing it. It's like I tell my boys all the time. Their little sister will pick on them because she wants some attention from them.
Yeah. And people say bad stuff about us or comments. We just go on, because you can't look at it that
You
way.
Can't address all the trolls, or
because if I
that's all you'll ever
start
get done.
thinking about it, it really gets to me, so I try not to.
Elp is starting shit. Is that the name of it? He played a thing in his video, and it was some dude talking that was, bringing all this up. And that guy was like, Don, you should have never played that. That dude is so monotone. I'm sure he doesn't have much of an audience.
Right.
whoever it was, though, they're trying to say that Dawn and Robin knew each other before all this and all this shit. Well,
look, Don B made a video about the guy's mother in an obituary. Why would he do that?
what?
Jefferson.
Dawn B made a video about that guy's mother in her obituary. Why would he do that? God, I wouldn't.
No, keep playing the drama.
Dawn shouldn't have chopped that video, though, and stated that Summer wasn't with him a day. It's only a 1-minute video Dawn did.
Oh, really? See, I didn't know.
Chopped that video.
What do you do?
Stated that Summer wasn't with him that day. It's only a 1-minute video Dawn did. Oh, that's the newest video. I seen that. And, I think if you listen to that, Dawn B misrepresented exactly what was said, because that's not what was said.
No comment.
I think he's stressed out over these people messing with him, and he's just going to have to ignore that.
You got to have thick skin to do this job.
Yeah. I tell you though, me and Brandy got told Friday after the live that somebody had unsubscribed from us because we disrespected the dog that got hit by the car, and that we were heartless. I didn't think we did that at all. And y'all know, y'all seen our pets. We are animal lovers.
I always said we don't know if it was starved. It might have been hit by a car. We don't know. And that's all we said.
Right. And Hawkins County came out and said they know how many dogs Candace had. And all Candace's dogs were accounted for.
Mm-hmm.
So this wasn't even one of the Wells dogs that Blowhard Betty was showing and all this nonsense. Yeah. So
I don't know why somebody.
We love animals. I don't understand why people would think that because we didn't jump all over Blowhard Betty's statement that we were somehow out, that we were, how did it say? Heartless?
I guess.
Heartless.
What do y'all think? Y'all are here.
Do y'all get the idea we're heartless? I'm shocked, but I was really shocked by that. Blowhard Betty, yeah.
People might not agree, with what some stuff we say, but to say that, I don't know.
That threw me for a loop,
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to watch my video, though. I'm going to put it out right after the live and see what y'all think about it.
It's just hard to talk about something. You don't have no idea what happened. You just sit here and make up a story, about a dog. We don't really know how it died.
Yeah, and people are giving Hawkins County animal services or whatever a hard time, and I think they're doing a good job. They've already spayed and neutered some of them dogs, and they actually know how many they're supposed to have, and they said all theirs were accounted for. And Bullhorn needs to just keep her mouth shut. John, do you know if Moon Goddess has been in chat lately? I think she was here Friday, Victoria.
Yeah, I've seen her in the comments too, not too long ago.
This, then I'll hush. When Dawn goes to get out, they will see if there are any warrants. That's the law. Dawn going to Utah. We will learn more. Are you sure it's not Bulldog Betty? It's bullshit Betty's what it is.
I'll call her Blowhard.
She tried to make some noise, and people paid. They say for her to go to Hawkins County to do some boots on the ground. You really think Betty's gonna break this shit? Honestly. Apparently the Wells have 7 dogs. Now they have 5. 2 of the dogs were rescued and taken to a vet.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the dog Betty was talking about had nothing to do with it. Don B should never mislead people about the H interview. I lost respect for Don B over that one video.
Well, yeah.
That it wasn't honest unless he misunderstood it. That's all I can say.
That's what I'm saying. one bad video, you put lies out there, people will unfollow you like that.
And I was told this case is solved and we are waiting on indictments.
I hope so.
Well, I mean, if it's solved, they ain't got to wait on indictments. They should have an indictment.
They can go arrest somebody
like that and file charges. So I don't.
If you got murders loose.
Yeah.
But might be something happening behind closed doors. We just don't know.
I'm sorry, guys. I missed some of this.
Anybody wants come up, you can. John, put the link back in there in a minute.
Yeah, we like having callers. Anybody got anything they want to talk about?
Bad.
I'm sorry, guys. If I missed your comment, send it again and I'll try to catch it. Whatever happened to the psychic with the little dog from the beginning? Juanita. She raised a bunch of money to solve it and all that. And
I never heard anything after that.
apparently it didn't get
She
solved.
was there because I watched it. I showed John. I'm like, well, I don't know if she's legit. I believe everything. Well, I believe too many people.
Yeah.
But nothing was ever done.
I just think, man, you got to question some of this. There's a few trying to stir some shit the other day.
I think that's maybe they run out of information and then throw something in there to get people talking and have something to do videos about.
Your opinion, do you think that Summer was actually taken into Allie's house, as they said, to get changed to go to the swimming hole?
Who knows? Because I've been told. We've been
know.
told that Allie come to the car and talked to Candace, looked in there, and she was
No, this
sleeping.
is when they got there.
Oh.
When she picked up H says she come in and changed Summer then. Allie was supposed to have been asleep when this happened. And we all know Andrew said he told H to lie if he didn't want to answer questions.
Yeah,
so everything H said, you got to take it with a grain of salt, and I don't believe that there was no text on Candace's phone either about shit.
The drug.
About the it's done or whatever. Can't trust any of their stories. Exactly. And a lot of people just base everything they believe off one person, and who knows? They're not super credible people.
The only story that matches is the scripted one. They all know, like the one they gave to the news.
Yeah.
Come home, with planting flowers.
Yeah.
Someone go in the house.
And that might not even be what they told police. You don't know that they even told police that.
Yeah.
You remember in a video with CM, Candace told him that she put Summer's bathing suit on before they left the house because it was hot.
Yeah.
See, that's what I thought too. Yeah. Because my point was, why wasn't Summer cold on the way to there? Because it was 8:30 in the morning or whatever, right? But then they're saying she was cold at 2. It would have been colder in the morning.
I don't think you put long sleeves and long pants on somebody in June,
I watched a live that was deleted, and BK said himself that he will be writing a book.
Wow.
Man. If anybody buys a damn Benny Keys book.
The story by Benny Keys. Cash App.
It'll have to have what do they call it? A ghostwriter.
It'll have
somebody else writes it for
you. Yeah, all over it.
Oh, that makes you want to puke, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's sad, but animals get run over all the time. She blew that crap up, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. It is sad. I'm not saying that, I didn't feel bad that a dog got killed. I was saying I question shit that comes out of
everybody's mouth.
The group, the squad. And all of them seem to be tied together to me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
A lot of these people get themselves in trouble going with the story and just rolling with it and thinking it's the truth and do videos about it, you know?
Yeah, they don't question nothing.
You can't do that.
Now people are saying they didn't go to the lake and only went to the Fort Patrick Henry Dam.
Who knows? Grandma went.
People are saying a
didn't
lot.
go.
You
Who
got to
knows?
really start, people coming out with this stuff now. I mean, in 10 months, they don't think that law enforcement knows where they was at. You know, You can say whatever you want. Benny asked people to message him if they wanted to write his book. Yeah. Oh, God.
What's he gonna write a book about? Scamming innocent people?
And I noticed something too. Like you'll see videos where somebody says, Harsh destroyed JDTC over something, right? Benny does it to himself. He'll title one of his own videos, Benny Key destroys Ernie. And I'm like, how conceited and narcissistic is this dude?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's just like that one video me and you made where it was like somebody says, Benny's a big OG. It was Benny.
Yeah.
I can't take him or Ernie. John, is there anyone connected to this case besides Dawn and Candace that you think could be connected? Oh, there's got to. I think Grandis for sure.
She knows, probably.
She knows what's up. I don't care how they tell the story. Grandis was there, I know. And she knows what the story is. She knows the truth. Outside of them three, I don't know, man. It's hard to keep a secret a long time between a bunch of people.
Yeah. And they drink a lot. That's what I don't get. Like, they never spill, what really happened.
Him losing himself and finding himself again while he looking for summer is what he wants the book to be about. Well, look at that. Cheryl, how are those teeth on Summer's story? Shame on you.
What? No.
Yeah, that's another one. I was on the swim team for years in the middle of July in an outdoor pool competing. When you get out of the water, you were cold. We put on tracksuits. It takes a while to warm up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Okay. Yeah, I think when you get in the water at first, it's cold too.
And then you get out, you're cold. Who knows?
I don't know. It's. I know they say that it was left in Grandis's truck the first day of school outfit, but it's weird. I think when the truth comes out, it's going to be something out of left field that nobody's thought about. I really do. I think Annie and Jose involved. I do. That trip wasn't for nothing. I still think they were going to move in Wells' house. There's a good chance. I mean, if the house was packed up like they said it was, that makes you think that could have been the initial thought.
And for Jose not to know Candace and just all of a sudden become buddies and move in, I thought that part was weird,
Yeah, I did too.
I don't think I'd move in with somebody I didn't know.
What about Tim Mullins? Sometimes the killer inserts themselves into the case.
Yeah, he's a little bit creepy too.
I think he could very well be super crooked, but I think one thing he is for sure is somebody that takes advantage of bad shit. Opportunist. And he's doing what he can to
profit.
Yeah. But he's definitely got issues, and it's really weird how much shit seems to be tied to him.
Mm-hmm.
People criticize Candace about her boys, but what grandma lets her children live in filth and go without food. I'm a grandmother, and I would never let my grandchildren live like that.
Oh, yeah.
Granny's just as guilty as the rest of them.
She probably Don't
You know?
say anything because that's how she raised her kids, probably.
I think every adult on that hill should be facing child neglect charges.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Because I think it ought to be against the law, too, to sit and watch it happen without
Mhm.
interjecting.
Yep.
John's the first time I've ever seen you smile. You have a nice smile. Well,
Did you smile?
I might have accidentally. It's not your average grandma for sure. Yeah, you got that right. Thank you, though, for the nice comment.
Yeah, that's what I find hard to believe. Like her having a BFF sitting there and giving them all the details, giving her all the details. You know.
That woman Grandis did not tell this Ziggy V everything she knows. And Ziggy V was in our chat like a week ago. I'd love for her to come back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if she wants to come back and talk, I'd be willing to listen.
Yeah, me too.
If I'm wrong, you know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that pillow. I think it is with Summer.
Oh, is it missing now? They don't know what happened.
The pillow's a big. I think Candace didn't even admit to knowing about the pillow.
Mm-hmm.
The pillow originated with Hunter's story, I'm pretty sure. But who knows, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know yesterday somebody had a live and they was going over the pic again of Summer in the back seat.
What?
I just don't know if there's anything else to learn from that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that pic, I would say that video has been gone over more than any other video in history.
Mm-hmm.
Watch some of Harsh's videos about Tim, especially the one about Morgan Nick. It's hard for me to keep up with Harsh.
He's got a lot of videos.
He's got a lot of videos.
I like to do a test if I had like a 5-year-old and put like 2 jugs of milk in the car and see if they would lay on it. How long that would last. You know? What do you think? You think they would?
I don't know. Why hasn't no one made a big deal about the pillow? Because
we don't even know.
We don't know if there was a pillow. That originated with Hunter. Candace kind of played it off when Chris talked to her about it. And, you know, we don't know that law enforcement don't have the pillow.
Right.
They could have the pillow.
Yeah.
You know? That's the thing. I mean, anybody that thinks they know a ton of facts about what has happened, you're kidding yourself. You really are.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Even Candace's story. No, I didn't buy no alcohol. Then later on, I think she kind of came out and said she wanted for Hunter her story.
You know, and another thing about me and Harsh is I don't want our stuff to be at odds with each other constantly.
Yeah.
You know, because you know he comes on the live and stuff like that. I don't want me and him to be talking about the same thing all the time.
Everybody's got different viewpoints.
You know,
yeah.
I found another angle, which if y'all watch the video after this, I'm gonna start looking into because I think there's a lot of different things you could go back and look at, and you know maybe there's something to some of it. I'll take donations of BK's books to start the fire in my wood stove. Yeah, it'd be good kindling. That's about all you can do with it.
Wow.
And it'll sell, I guarantee you.
Mm-hmm.
Guarantee it. You know?
Probably.
Y'all are two different types. They complement one another, not mimicking one another.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and I'm sure all of you have heard by now, Harsh is going to be back with us on May 4th. It's a Wednesday, 7 p.m., and we're going to do the whole thing on Michael Vaughn because it deserves some coverage.
Definitely.
And somebody brought it to my attention. This Wednesday will be 10 months for Michael, I think, or 9.
The 27th, or was that some? No, yeah, 27th.
The 27th, yeah.
10 months.
Like I said months ago, law enforcement is not going to tell the public everything they know. Exactly. We don't know, you know. Law enforcement could be like on the verge of breaking this, and it could be something we have no idea about. So I'm not giving up on them yet. I still think there is hope. You know?
Right.
Benny's book will be available at the Dollar Tree straight out the gate. I would say, I would be shocked if it gets printed. I'd say it'd be, you can get it online.
Right.
Because I just can't see it, man. Hi, Ophelia's Raven. Welcome. I have hope if FBI is involved. There's Moon Goddess. Moon Goddess, I was worried about you. I'm glad you showed up. Was there ever any searches done by the community? I mean, there was a lot of searches done by volunteers at the beginning. Now, recently, I wouldn't know. I don't know why, if law enforcement thinks she's in the area, there aren't searches going on a lot more often. YouTubers are not interested in Michael Vaughn because she has decent parents, and YouTubers are obsessed with the Dawn and Candace show. Yeah. The Dawn and Candace shit show is drawn tons and tons of attention. And the sad thing about it is, parents who probably are super grieving over their child being gone aren't getting any attention. That's why we got to mix it up. All of us, every channel needs to do a little bit better on spreading it around. And I'm guilty of it too. Barbara Smith, CW, said that Grandis kept a pillow in her truck for wet kids to sit on. No one saw it. That's weird, just to keep a pillow in your truck for that. Bring a towel and a change of clothes, man. I'm surprised them kids didn't stay sunburned. Evidently, Grandis wanted Summer to sit on a pillow in her truck since she is so clean, but Hunter was wet also. Why not make Hunter bigger but sit on the pillow? Or, if you really want to go that route with it, why is it cool for there to be candy scattered across the back seat, but you're worried about your seats getting wet? I'd be more worried about candy melting into my damn seat, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's all just bullshit. You can look at these people, how they live. They're not no tidy. It's a shit show. The shit show has taken the focus off the actual disappearance of Summer. Yeah, it has a lot.
With the pillow comment, you think Grandis would care if her seats were wet? Probably not. She might, but you know what I mean?
I mean, she lived in a camper with no toilet in it. I mean, she's pretty out there. And here we go. Michael Vaughn's parents are not involved in his going missing. Neighbors that couldn't stop all this let him walk away from them after he knocked on their door. Someone took that child. Very good chance. Michael Vaughn is 90% more likely to have been abducted than Summer was. I showed y'all the map of the overhead of where Michael lived and where his street is. That, I can't believe you got a little
Now the dad, he should be responsible for not letting him run off. I swear. People don't think that accidents happen, but
yeah. I'm not going to beat somebody down over it, but you got to, man, especially today. We are constantly on stage 5 alert with our daughter, because you never know, man. I don't trust anybody around my kids.
But back in the day, I ran around and my mom and dad let me do whatever.
We are all allowed to have difference of opinions while still being coffee buddies, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I think it helps to have different opinions because that stimulates conversation and we can learn off each other. Brandy, did you go get it boxed at the post office?
No. I didn't have time. I will.
No, she's going today. We go once a week, usually, because nobody ever sends us nothing but you, Dixie and Lily. Did you get the coordinates? No. If y'all look in the chats of or in the comments of some of my videos, y'all see where I've been talking to this person. And maybe if y'all come across it, I don't remember which one it's on. It's on one of the more recent videos. If y'all look at the comments, y'all can see that
where the woman says this, and now the last thing I heard from her, she asked me if I understood them, and I'm like, I don't have anything to understand. Why was he running around outside in his underwear? Does no one else think that's odd? Yeah. I mean, what was odd to me was he had a shirt on, though. More than not have it. You know what I'm saying? You would have think if it was real hot, maybe he'd have just been running around in his drawers. My daughter's grown but travels to the States for work. I drive her crazy about being safe. Oh, you got to, man. You know, I'm going to, I was thinking about doing a video for y'all that goes over kind of some of the internet safety things and stuff like that. And y'all could play it for your kids and your grandkids and stuff. Make it, you know, not something to scare them, but teach them and make sure they understood what is okay and what you need to worry about, what you need to watch for, stuff like that. Stood up for you and Chad about the dog thing. Well, thank you, Pam. I guess you've seen what I was talking about, how they act like me and Brandy were these heartless, pet-hating people. Maybe it's just how I was raised and raised my kids, but I would never let them even on the porch in underwear. You know, I mean, I can see it if they're hot, but it's weird to have a shirt on and not pants, you know. And I heard about Michael's dad failed 2 polygraphs receipts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that. I personally don't know about that. I would have to see it. That would be a great video. Y'all would watch that if I made you a little video you could play for the little kids in your life and maybe help them understand what is going on and how to be as safe as possible on the internet. I hope y'all would. I really would like to think I'm helping somebody. Do the internet safety video, can't hurt. Good. Good. Seems like y'all would watch that. Starring Miss Taylor. Yeah, Taylor's going to be in it. A Wood failed a polygraph test about Michael Vaughn's depression meds and feeling of guilt that he went missing on his watch. Video of the child on the doorsteps of people's homes don't lie. Yeah. And, you know, we don't know what questions I don't know that he did anyway, to be honest. Please do the internet safety video. Yes, I'd love it and would share it. I'll do it. And you know what? This is the way I was thinking about I should do it too, is I'm going to sit Taylor down and I'm going to have some questions, and I'm not going to tell her any of the answers because I want y'all to see, you know, what a kid might know and what they might not, and you know, it'll give us a better idea of right?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's been 10 months of people think I'm heartless. I don't care. I don't think anybody, I think everybody knows if you're here and participating in this kind of stuff that you do care, you know. Heard a video last night claiming they think Ernie is responsible for that murder, not his brother, and it made sense what this person was saying too.
Responsible for what murder?
I don't know. I don't keep up with Ernie. Yeah, I don't know, Dixie. I don't know. I didn't even know Ernie had a brother. Who remembers stranger danger? But in today's society, kids are being taught always be polite to strangers, don't be rude.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Yeah. I think you really got to be careful with what your kids do on the internet. If you watch Web of Lies, man, it's horrible what happens. Yes, internet safety is so needed. I think we need an updated version of Stop, Drop, and Roll or Say No to Drugs, titled These Are Not Your Friends. Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm going to do it too. Yeah, I told Brandy I was going to do this forever. And every time I want Taylor to do it, she don't want to do it. You know, I'm not going to make her do it. I want her to be in it, you know. If she's not interested, it's not going to work out. Ernie's brother is in prison for murder.
Oh, really?
Wow.
I didn't know that. Did you?
No, I didn't know Ernie had a brother, like I said. Well, hello, Ziggy V. Good morning. Are you the Ziggy V that talks to Grandis? Is that you? I should it didn't show up. Someone asked me where my heart was when it comes to the missing. I replied, where I don't know where your heart is, but mine's in my chest.
Yeah. Harley quit.
That's interesting.
What?
Ziggy V's in the chat.
Hmm.
We had a little girl essay in the restroom at a restaurant about a year ago. One of the dishwashers followed her into the stall. Wow. See, me and Brandy's even weird about that.
I'll go with her usually.
Yeah, she don't go by herself. We're not about that at all. Harley, hello.
She's over here making sound. I had to tell her quit playing with something.
Yeah, she's over here raising hell. Ziggy V, would you like to come up and clarify some stuff?
We have some questions.
Got some questions if you want to come up on panel and talk to us. Never take your eyes off your kids. You're exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Never. We have enough to worry about in this country. Now we have to worry about transgender little girls. Yeah, we ain't gonna get political. Hi, Lily. Good morning. Yeah, but I get what you're saying, boy, girl. I'm not a big fan of it either.
And they're trying to put that crap in school, and I don't agree with it.
You're safe here, Ziggy. Great group. Yeah. It's not often we get somebody that has insider knowledge.
Yeah.
Shit, I missed somebody. Sorry, I'm getting ready to leave. Maybe later, okay? Yeah, Ziggy, you let us know when. I'd love to talk to you.
Yeah. You got anything important to share? Anything?
I stand guard outside the men's room when my grandson goes in. Yeah. You know, though, I tell you, my mom was kind of on top of that, too, because I remember when I was little being in the women's bathroom a lot.
Yeah.
She would take me in with her.
I used to take my boys, too. When they were
Yeah.
little.
Kids are like newborn babies all their life. You got to worry about who's around you and what they're putting in your mouth and what they're drinking and who they're around. Yeah. You're exactly right. Today's climate, I am so happy that I don't have any children or grandchildren in public school. I tell you, man, there's a lot to worry about. You are right about
Yeah,
that.
you don't know what's going on.
Yes, my kids used the ladies' room until they were teenagers. I would not leave them alone in the restaurants to go to the bathroom. I will not let them go to the bathroom without me. That's exactly how we are here too, you know. You know, I'm bad at home about her being out of my sight, and in public, no way. I get scared if she's an aisle over at Walmart. You know.
Lily's single mom of 4. Wow, got your hands full.
I didn't realize that. That is a hands full. Not sure if it's been mentioned already or not, but I'm wondering if law enforcement has checked into the whole shoe glitch IMDb stuff. ELP did videos months ago regarding it, so I figure surely they have.
They probably know.
I'm thinking that they definitely have. You know, like I said, if we know about it, there's a good chance law enforcement knew about it first.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if they didn't, people
Probably calling them.
report all kinds of wild stuff. I'm sure somebody's done it.
And Jeanette says you gotta be investigators with your teenagers, know where they're going and
Yeah.
who they're talking to. I agree.
Both of our Walmarts are right beside an interstate. That scares the crap out of me. Yes.
Yeah.
It's even worse. You know, they talk a lot about places like that where the people can get away, or the hotter spots where there's big interstates and stuff like that. My opinion, that site was set up for pedo information by law enforcement. You never know. You know, that's an interesting thought. Definitely. You know, could have been. I know they're aware of it. I would probably guarantee that. Nowadays, most stores or places do have family bathrooms.
Yeah. Walmart does back in the Lateway.
Do they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I used to take Taylor in there, and when she's a little baby, to change her.
Watch the interview room from February 20th, interview with Monkey's mom. Oh, I'll definitely, I got to get prepped for me and Harsh's live, so I'm going to watch everything there is on Michael Vaughn before the 4th, because I don't want to go into it not knowing what I'm talking about. Took my son to the bathroom with me, and when he got about 4, he wanted to go with his older cousins, and he's never been in men's bathroom, and he thought the urinal was the toilet. Backed up to it, did he? That's cute, ain't it?
Funny.
Yeah. That's about the easiest way for a guy to realize he's in the wrong bathroom when there ain't no urinals. My children all went to Catholic schools, and believe me, nothing got by the nuns. They say them nuns are harsh at the. Do trail cams have memory backup? If Don could just delete, but they were his cams, then his prints would be suspicious. I wonder if you have to wipe memory too.
That's weird.
I would say they operate basically like a regular camera, and I would say that if you think you've deleted something, they can still probably get to it.
I have an SD card, probably is what I'm thinking, maybe. What do you think? Probably some kind of storage.
Yeah, some of them I know have SD cards, because I think that's how they operate mostly. When is the live with Harsh, and what is the topic of discussion with Harsh? It's May 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Michael Vaughn is going to be the discussion. I had a woman try to walk off with my daughter at a carnival. The security guard grabbed her just as I turned around and saw her. She was wearing a caftan?
What?
Caftan.
Maybe misspelled.
Boy, what did they do? Did they try to arrest that person? Did they do anything to him? Oh, I'd flip out. Not to be rude or put anyone aside, this is all almost feels like a really effed up hoax. You know, you never know, man. Anything's possible at this point. You know, now a lot of the shit you're hearing now that people are coming out with is just a hoax, bullshit. Head guard, they took her to the security tent. Oh, head guard. Okay. Wow.
That was scary, I'm sure. I
bet that scared the shit out of you. Hi, everyone. Hugs and love. Hi, Angie. Where you been, girl? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Hi, Angie. Miss Davis.
That's not Miss Davis. That's London, Angie.
Oh, across the
Angela.
pond. Sorry. We have an Angie Davis, too. Sorry.
Angie Davis was here earlier. Captain is a big, loose, robe-like garment. Okay, I get what you're saying. Where can I find the pre-call? I haven't heard it. The pre-call.
What?
I'm not sure. I raised my kids in the 80s, and I remember how controversial those harnesses were. I used one at Disney, got lots of dirty looks. Hey, we had one.
It was a backpack. We had it with both bars, or maybe all three.
Yeah, people give me all the dirty looks they want. You ain't kidding up my kid when I got him on a leash. I guarantee you that.
Because Taylor, you give her 2 seconds, she'd be gone.
Out of your sight, and she could outrun Brandy.
Yeah, I had to take Brownie with me.
Yeah.
Catch her.
Most people who kidnap children usually watch those children for a little while. It's usually not just a random act. tell you, the majority of the time, it's somebody they know very well.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, it's a guardian or somebody like that. Some of these people, man, like they make weird decisions about who they let be around their kid.
Mm-hmm.
There is no reason on earth that a over 18 male should have any kind of relationship with your daughter, in my opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion. Is there?
Unless they're the babysitter.
I wouldn't have a babysitter like that. In kindergarten, my son and a couple boys were messing with a urinal. Got a call from school. They broke it. I don't think they knew that what it was and were investigating. It was funny. That'd be a hell of a call. And Miss Davis, your son's broke the urinal. My mom had to use a harness on my brother when we were little. The only way to keep him from running off. Yep. I don't see nothing wrong with that. As long as you ain't jerking them around, throwing their back out or something.
Yeah.
Hi, Tina Bulger. Better late than
Tina.
never. You got 30 minutes of regular scheduled programming to go. It's all good. I hope all y'all have cameras at your house because they are really affordable now. You can link them to your phone, and there's even solar powered ones or battery powered ones if you don't have an electrical outlet. There's a lot of options. Everybody should have one,
Mm-hmm.
and they are usually, most of them are really easy to install.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Riley had a harness after he darted into the street. Yeah. I tell you what, I don't know why some people act like that was such a horrible thing,
Mm-hmm.
You should know it's so you don't lose your kid.
It's like holding their hand, if you think about it,
Yeah, and I think it gives them a little more freedom than that,
Yeah.
People just want to be mad, I think, sometimes. I think there was trail cams when Summer went missing, but I don't think there was anything else. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think Jody Sue talked about having cams.
Yeah, I remember.
Safety first, exactly. I'd rather let somebody be pissed off that my kid's on a leash than lose my kid, I've got a scoop, a conspiracy theory. Dog the bounty hunter's wife, Beth, didn't die. She's in hiding. I found her. It's Bullhorn Betty.
Yeah, funny.
Yeah. Could be, man. You never know. I tell you what, I thought Dog moved on a little fast.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think he did nothing. Don't get me wrong.
No.
I'm just thinking he moved on a little faster than I would expected him to. How many thumbs up we got, Jennifer? What's the count? 120? No, she seen it coming, didn't she? She knew I was going to ask.
Anybody that's not subscribed, y'all subscribe to our channel, please.
Yeah, please subscribe. We got to beat this damned algorithm.
Or you become a member too.
Yeah.
And get extra
We use
perks.
some members too. I remember straps used to keep kids from falling out of bed. I had one. I've never seen those.
Mm-mm. I know you can get the railing to put up, like on bunk beds and stuff.
My son is 23 years old and he wore a harness. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Yeah, exactly. They ain't gonna hurt nobody. I used to string in a clip to a backpack in crowds. I've never lost my kids. There you are. There you go.
Yeah, parents judge other parents. If it works for you, do it. So.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not hurting your kid and it's going to help you keep up with them, do what you got to do.
All kids are different too. So.
Read People magazine that Beth asked Dog not to remarry anyone.
Oh, really?
Really?
Beth was way too young to die. I hated that.
I was shocked by that. I didn't know anything was wrong with her.
She's what? I think she's younger than 50.
Y'all been watching the Johnny Depp stuff? I know it's super popular right now. I didn't realize that many people were into that. That's what Molly's live was about the other day. I'm really loving your chat this morning. It's such a relief not to hear you bashing someone that seems to be the norm nowadays for creators.
Yeah.
We're human, but we try to stay away from that.
I don't bash people, but I call out bullshit. I am sorry, because some of this stuff is really going to hurt law enforcement's chances. They do not have the manpower to be investigating all this nonsense that's
Right.
going on.
Yeah. I agree.
You know?
Yep.
And I don't have the time for it.
No. And I think the reason people talk about other people is either they're jealous or there's a reason behind it usually.
I think a lot of the reason you're seeing this back and forth between channels is there's not shit going on right now that is going to help us much, you know? They're inventing their own content. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do that. I don't care if I never get 10,000 subs. I am not doing that.
Yeah. You can find something to do video on that would be interesting.
If you're that out of ideas, do another missing child. They all need help. You know, mm-hmm. They all need to be put out there to have more people looking for them. Don't sit there and like I don't know, man. It's weird to me. To ask a man not to remarry is like saying to a baby, change your own diaper. You know, I wouldn't want Brandy to be alone the rest of her life if something happened to me. Amber Turd will forever be her name to me. Man, I tell you, from what I've seen, she is losing bad. Mm-hmm. I'm so rude, but sometimes it's those people that are looking over the top of their children watching yours while God knows what is happening to theirs. Yeah. That's all on YouTube about Johnny Depp too much. I know, man. There's like everybody and their brother is talking about that.
They're wanting to put everybody's attention on that. There's something else probably going on. They're trying to distract you from who knows what it is. Really, the cases that are big, it's because media makes them big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Hi, Beth. I ain't seen you in a minute.
Hi, Beth.
I met Dog and Beth in Georgia at a book signing. They were the sweetest people you would ever want to meet. My friend was in Maryland and was sick, and Dog got on the phone and spoke to her.
Oh.
Dog seems like a nice dude.
We watched them from the very beginning. Remember?
Yeah. Before it was really popular.
Yeah.
We thought it was really entertaining.
Yeah. That's before, I think, it was starting the reality TV. There forever, there wasn't reality TV, really. Now that's all there is about.
I actually caught one. What if Summer is not really missing and everything is about attention and money? I'm not going to be surprised if Summer gets back. I tell you, in the very beginning, if y'all remember, there was a lot of that going around. Mm-hmm. You know? Do you remember?
Yeah.
In the beginning, everybody was saying, this is a hoax. They're all in it for money.
You think they would not be that good of liars, though, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, if you're involved in this hoax, you're going to get in trouble and you're going to go to jail. Mm-hmm. Because you can't just waste resources to the amount that's been put into finding her and not have repercussions.
Right.
Beth really put Dog on the right road. The woman he married could be almost a twin to Beth. She was a best friend.
Yeah, I've seen her. Blonde hair, tan, a little bit. She looked like Beth.
Unfortunately, I believe they would have figured that out by now. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think as long as this has went on, if it was some kind of charade, we would found out by now, I think.
I think they have more stuff because a lot of people have cameras now. You know, you would think people would turn in their footage that day or a couple days.
You would think there would be footage of that road from somebody's house. I know they're spaced out, but I mean, you got to get there some way.
Yeah, or you could verify the vehicle going by somehow, you know?
You know, though, I was thinking about this the other day. You know how they was so quick to dismiss Jody Sue's scream?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think maybe law enforcement knows it didn't happen on the 15th somehow?
Maybe.
And that's why they dismissed it? That was a possibility we considered to begin with, and there was a similar case where the parents did that for money and hid the child somewhere. It's been too long and too much attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was in Europe, I think, somewhere, that lady hit her daughter. I wonder how many channels are going down after the summer case is solved. They have no other content. There'll always be another case, unfortunately, but, you know, the way some of these people do their channels, I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
We'll see. You know, they dismissed it because the timeline doesn't match. Well,
Maybe.
I think it's more than that, though. You know, because the time, been watching JD Court, all their friends like him. Yeah, it seems like Johnny Depp is definitely a lot more popular with the people that know both of them. You know, like that guy, what was his bodyguard or something?
Yeah.
That broke down into tears. And you know, a lot of these people too, they're not just dogging Amber out, but they're saying there's no way that Johnny Depp has done this stuff that she's talking about.
And there's a lot of women out there that probably does this stuff, say that something happened to them and it really didn't, and I think that's wrong, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Like on Steve Wilco, that show, people are always accusing people of bad stuff and they didn't do it.
Oh man,
back at them.
There is so many on. If you watch the Steve Wilco show, of women that have put their kids through exams and everything else just to try to get back at the dad.
Yeah.
And man, I think that should be something you go to jail for. No kids should be going through that examination and question and all that stuff. If you lie about that, you should go to jail.
I agree. Sometimes they get taken away. So it's crazy.
I wonder if TBI has had any other cases of missing children that were solved.
Probably.
Evelyn Boswell.
Yeah.
We know that.
What's his name? Letitia Stout.
That wasn't
TBI.
TBI.
Well, they figured it out. Who was that? FBI.
Law enforcement, where they were from. Changes in cause have been needed for a long while. Automatic search warrants when child is reported missing. No red tape for starters. Yeah, I agree with that. I gave up watching the Depp trial for JDTC. Well, thank you, Moon Goddess. And now here we are talking about it. I bet you're like, I could have stayed over there for this shit, right? I think I'm really puzzled about Michael Vaughn not getting the Amber Alert. That really seems like, I know that they didn't have nobody right there, but where he's at, and seemed like it'd have been a good time for it. I know you got to have a description or something, but still, where he lived in the city like he did, you got to.
Yeah.
I think. I've been watching Johnny Depp court case, and it's very interesting. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. I tell you, Johnny Depp, the jury loves his ass. You can tell that, don't they?
Yeah.
They're all, everything, and like that lawyer, Johnny Depp, makes him look like a moron constantly. He told Johnny Depp, he was like, that morning you had a mega pint of wine, and Johnny Depp was like, a mega pint.
What's that?
It's funny. I'm watching it at night. I canceled my TV subscription, so yet is what screen time I'm ashamed to say. I tell you, you can do a lot with just internet now.
You can.
What Ernie is doing anyway, I think he's only speaking about himself and doing nothing.
Ernie ain't gonna solve nothing. I'm telling you. And all he's doing is clickbait. And every time I see him come out with something, it's like, Candus spills all or some shit like that. People keep going for it. How did Summers' case qualify for an Amber Alert? I know they help, but there's so many qualifications you need to meet. Police have to know more than we do just because of that.
Yeah.
That's a good question because they don't have a suspect vehicle or none of that.
Yeah. True.
So
usually they have to have the vehicle involved in a description. Yeah.
Shit. But, each state has different things too. So, we don't know exactly what. Well, I mean, we do know what Tennessee is looking for, but
yeah.
I probably knew that at one point. I don't remember. I know she's still current, I think. Ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I ever start drinking again, I'm having a mega pint of white wine. I know, man. That lawyer for Amber Heard, he's a jackass. I don't like him. She was considered to be in danger as why. Okay. Yeah. And like I said, those are different from state to state. They set their own criteria for what will bring up an Amber Alert. I can remember in the beginning, Don did a cop that showed up, said he has passed a yellow car speeding, but he couldn't turn around and go after the car because he was coming to the missing child. Yeah, I heard Don say that too.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I think most every other dad, if they seen a car speeding the other way, might have turned around. I would have. If I had any suspicion. I need to go back and find that, and why no one is beyond me. Or if you're talking about the Dawn thing, I've heard that before. I get confused walking from one room to another. Can't imagine keeping up with state laws. Yeah, I find myself in the other room wondering why I'm in there all the time. Things that I don't get. 1, why that pick of Summer? 2, why not plead for return? 3, why lie if your child is truly missing? 4, why didn't you call Popo for update ever? Yeah. I think that shows out of all those you just listed, not calling for updates says a lot to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if you really thought that was the case and you really loved your child, you would want to know what's going on every day.
I would.
Sheriff Grady's celebrating 50 years, so local TV did special about him. He's awesome and wants his community safe. Lawson takes notes. Lawson should take notes.
I like him.
Yeah, Sheriff Grady, whatever he's doing right, man.
Yeah.
He's all the time at a press conference with some dirt bags to put in jail. I think it was because DW kept insisting that she was abducted. Law enforcement probably saw it better safe than sorry. Maybe. That could have been what changed it. I would camp outside local law enforcement. And most missing parents would, man. They would not just be like, oh, well, I guess she's gone. Ain't nothing we can do about it now.
I'd be looking. I would be open to all options. How does he know what happened to her? Why does he think that? Makes no sense.
And he's not about any other option at all. He won't even say that he thinks it could be somebody they know.
Right.
And he knows how these people around him are. So why is he so damn confident it couldn't have been one of them?
Yeah, it don't make sense.
That's why I got blocked from Candace's channel. I asked her how many times she has called for updates. Guess the answer was none.
No, yeah.
I guarantee it is. I tell you, I was looking through her channels the other day. Some of that shit is so weird. And it's like, on her channel, she's got about 100 videos, it seems like, of these little clips of the kids put to music and stuff like that. And
it's shocking to me that she hasn't monetized those. They're not monetized.
You might
that
not be
weird?
able where there are maybe pictures of kids on them. Tons of them. I don't know though.
I don't know either. I'm waiting for someone to say Candace's Rose. Crazy Train drivers have jumped on that one. I know. There's a lot of people saying that there's 2 Summers too. I don't know how you can believe any of that. Candace asked Ernie, what questions are you going to... Oh, shit. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, in my opinion, Justice for All overreacted just a wee bit, and his righteous anger over the dog's abuse seemed to me more indignant than the abuse Summer and her brothers endured.
Mm. Are you talking the interview with Jose?
No, he's talking about over the dog.
Oh. See, I hadn't watched that.
Candace is a legend in her own mind, and she lives for those donations. I tell you.
And you know what she does with them, right?
Yeah, everybody knows.
Buy alcohol.
I'd love to know for sure if she made it into the concert or not. Somebody said they sent pictures to the email. I'll have to check it out when we get off.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, man, and that would be her first concert.
Yeah.
Benny was supposed to take her to her
Yeah.
first concert. Damn, Ernie. Benny is going to be pissed if she went to her first concert without him. Because he was wanting to be the first one. Did anyone ever look into that? Candace had another daughter after Summers named Madison.
I've heard of it, but I'm not
I've heard the story, but I don't believe it. I sent a donation. Oh, shit. I sent a donation to Hopkins County Humane Society on Saturday. Those ladies are wonderful at that place. They get paid very little, and they take food all the time to Candace for the dogs.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, if she can't feed them dogs, they should just take them. But, you know, I'd hate to see them get put down, too.
She's buying alcohol but can't feed her animals? Come on.
I would like a JDTC coffee mug for sure. Me and Brandy's working on that.
Yeah.
We've been talking about that for a minute. Everybody else has got merch. We need some.
Yeah.
Does anyone know if she is still living on the hill?
I don't know. We haven't heard from her.
I don't know, man. She just shows up on a live every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I wonder about Grandis, where she's at right now.
Right.
I just got here always late. That's me.
Well, thank you for being here.
Well, thanks for making it.
That's all.
Brandy was late too.
Yeah, a little bit.
DW don't have evidence. There's no way they can have evidence because it's impossible. Yeah, that's what Dawn was saying. Dawn seems really confident that nobody's ever going to figure this out. See the video Dawn B put out where Chris McDonald was interviewing Hunter, and Hunter said Summer was not even with Candace when Candace picked Hunter up that morning. That was a misrepresentation of what was said, in my opinion. I've heard that. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is nobody else was with Candace but Summer until they picked up Grandis. It's what he said. He didn't. That was taken out of text, in my opinion. And earlier we talked about that, and everybody else seemed kind of to think that was the case also. Jennifer, hello. I had to go out and take care of my baby chicks.
Oh,
I got pictures of your baby chicks. Are you the one that has William Wallace? I got a picture of him queued up too. Yes, I asked if you guys thought about JDTC merchandise, face masks, hats, t-shirts, coffee mugs, bandanas.
yeah, we have. We're just, I don't know. Have to make, I don't know. It has to fit in. Like,
Yeah.
If we're doing better, we might look into it.
Yeah. We're not so popular right now. I don't think nobody wants any merch. No, John, the police passed the yellow car coming to the Wells house. What? I know, Dawn. Well, look at Marco. Thank you, Marco.
Hey, Mark.
Happy Easter to you, buddy.
I hadn't seen you in a while. Well, no, you were here the other day.
Yeah, Marco was here the other day.
Thank you, Marco.
Thank you, Marco. It's nice of you. HCHS is an Oak Hill facility. Candace went to Nashville to the Ryan Upchurch concert in Nashville. That's what we're hearing.
Ooh, I wonder if Ryan went and talked to her. I know he does a lot on summer. Probably not.
I don't know. You know, I don't know. I know the rumor, and I don't want to spread rumors because I'm not sure. You know, I'll need 3 mugs. LOL.
Well, I'll look into it. I really will. See.
Brenda says you're not in it for the money. You don't really need merch. Lily says wants merch. Yeah, we might get some merch, man. I want my own coffee mug with us on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about getting me a JDTC tattoo.
Right.
As soon as I get it, though, it'll crash. That'd be it. I'll be like, what's that, man?
Yeah.
Well, I
It's
used to
my
have a
initials.
YouTube channel. It was popular there for a little while. I like a big coffee mug. Don't give her no ideas. Marco, are you here? Where you been? See, Marco, you're a crowd favorite, buddy. Where you been? Everybody's missed you. Doing this YouTube can use up a whole lot of cash even when you're not looking to make any money. Oh, yeah.
Well, we would like for this to be a full-time job, and to do that, you do have to
Yeah.
be able to support yourself, you know.
Yeah. That's our end game is me and Brandy do this full time and get to travel around and interview people and stuff. The way things are going right now, though, it's probably not going to
Because
happen.
it costs a lot of equipment, just streaming stuff you gotta buy, and everything you need, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I think we need a new camera because I think ours looks
Yeah.
like shit for some reason. Oh, bless you, going to grow.
I hope so.
We're trying. The algorithm don't like us for now, though. The time spent, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if anybody's ever done a lot of editing,
It takes forever.
I would rather roof houses, I think, than edit. It is so damn monotonous and annoying.
John probably spends like a full-time job doing YouTube.
I spend a lot of time.
Me, not as much because I work, but I try to when I can.
I've been in physical therapy for my knee surgery. It's all good. I can walk without sticks now.
Oh, well, good.
Well, Marco, you should have told us you was having some knee surgery. We would have threw you a shout out.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
JDTC on these savage streets. Yeah, they're savage, all right. For some reason. I recommend you guys to others. Oh, thank you.
That
Thanks
helps.
to everybody that does that.
Yeah, keep her name out there.
We want to be as big as Dateline one day,
It'd be nice. It'd be nice.
right?
Mm-hmm.
This summer case is full of speculation, so you have to be really good reading between lines. Yeah.
Yeah, what makes sense?
Yeah.
Think about it. Common sense.
My mom thought I was nuts for having a harness on my 2-year-old when I had my second daughter, baby in arms.
No.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. Wallace, LOL, she's doing good all over the yard. She's busy. Oh, it's a girl you named
Oh.
William Wallace?
Oh. Wiggle Wallace.
Oh, look at all the people wanting some merch, man. That's awesome. We're going to have to do that. I didn't really think anybody would want it. Monkey did get Amber Alert because he wasn't in danger. Any child that's missing is in danger.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't think that made sense either, you know. Why?
Well, thank you, Tina Bulger.
Oh, thank you.
And we'll see you Wednesday night.
Yeah.
You and Riley. Tina, you're the one whose daughter's a member too, right? Sammy, I think. Physical therapy for my left shoulder from the car accident.
Oh, really? That was
that the recent accident? I didn't know you needed all that.
Or maybe a different one because it was a bus, I thought.
Do you think there is any way this is a pedo ring case? Absolutely.
Maybe, yeah.
Yes, I think there's a very good chance this could be a trafficking situation. I had those leashed for every 2 kids, but to 6 years old, head on swivel too, even in safe places. Amen, Marco.
Well, they make at Walmart these little book bags, or they look like stuffed animals, and they wear them on your back, the back, and they have a little leash. That's what we used, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and they like them.
There's
It's
nothing
like
wrong with
a
them
stuffed
things.
animal on their back.
Some people just want shit to bitch about.
Yeah.
I still think Jose and maybe Andrew know all about pedo rings.
Mm.
There's a chance. You know what I thought about? Nobody's brought it up. Do you think Andrew and Jose could have been a couple?
Maybe.
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
You have to do a beanie, and I would buy some merch.
Oh,
Dixie.
Okay.
We'll have to look into that. I think you can pick from different stuff what you want to have, can't you?
We might have to do it ourselves because I think for YouTube to do it, I think you have to have 10,000 subscribers. But we could probably order stuff ourselves and make it. Right?
I know somehow people are doing it that don't have 10. Sammy is my girl. Yeah, I thought she was Tina. That's awesome. We have 2 generations of Tina and her daughter that watch us.
For telling her about it.
Boy, y'all's family's got great taste, Tina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Beanies and mugs. Yeah, I think everybody, a lot of people want a mug. I have to have a reverse shoulder operation, but I've been in off for 2 years because of COVID. I want to have it done in Knoxville at University Hospital. A reverse shoulder operation.
Mm. I hope it goes good if you get done.
Yeah, I hope so too. Let us know, and we'll throw some prayers out for you. It's totally a pedo ring. I learned more about them than I ever wanted to know. I'm thinking Andrew and Jose look like a couple, and sadly, gay couples do that trafficking more than normal.
Could be possible.
It's very possible, I think. There's definitely something shady about the trip. I know that.
I agree.
I suspect the trip's more drugs, though. I really do. Hi, John and Brandy. I would love to purchase merch from you. Lisa, look at all these people. We're getting some merch, damn it. Yep, he shared a picture of it yesterday. Shared a picture of one. They live in that world, in my opinion. Yeah, Pam.
They probably, around people like that. You know.
I got my mom watching you guys. She just never comments. Oh, that's awesome. Tell her we said hey.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, hi, Mom, to coffee on my shirt. The people across the street kept getting dogs. You could see their spines. We kept taking them, giving good homes and food. We still send food to them and moved 4 years ago. Oh, that's really nice, Barbara, that you do that. You know, and I just want everybody to know, me and Brandy are animal lovers. I think anybody that watches us knows that.
Yeah.
And
they liked when you smiled. Somebody else said that.
I would buy merch. God, everybody's wanting some merch, man. We're going to get some.
Yeah.
Maybe do some giveaways, too.
Yeah.
Send a new letter in for you, too, John and Brandy. Oh, thank you, Lily.
Yeah, Lily. Thank you.
If it wasn't for you and Dixie and Victoria, we'd never get mail, would we? I just can't let myself believe that Summer was trafficked. I love her now and don't want to believe that it's happening to her.
I know.
See, that's why I think something in my subconscious don't want to go along with that either.
Yeah.
Because it makes me think that she could be going through some horrible shit right now if that's the case, right?
Yeah.
Poor Jose didn't have a chance of escaping. Allie, there was a photo of her sitting on him and you couldn't even see him. Yeah, I seen it. The bunk beds look like he's stressing it too. Charlie still watches Harley at the beginning of the lives. That's so funny. Did y'all see Zeke? I'm trying to get some better Zeke footage. It's hard to film him because he's all over the place. Is Zeke awake? No, he's sleeping. He was awake this morning. I seen him going down the steps and had to chase him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Parents are like they're on ADHD. They have ADHD. They never sit still, do they?
Zeke can't concentrate on nothing.
They're like, they relate better with you than a rabbit or something. You know, they do have personality, but they're just crazy.
Victoria Marco is our buddy. He's on here. He's been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Zeke?
We'll bring him on Wednesday.
Yeah, definitely.
A guest appearance.
Guys, it's our 2 hours is up. Thanks everybody for coming. Hopefully we'll see all of y'all Wednesday evening at 7 Eastern. And
You're gonna release a video.
I'm gonna release a video in like 5 minutes. Everybody give it a chance. Comment and tell me what you think. Because I think maybe this is a way we should start going now to look into something except talking about what the jackasses are doing, because that ain't getting us nowhere.
No.
Thanks everybody for coming. Have a great day. We'll see you Wednesday at 7.
Bye. See y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.